Alright, that should do it. I think I'm found a glitch. It's a fun one. We find that. Alright, so I've got 56 with one in my inventory. Now, if I save the game, go back to the menu. See what thing happens. So I had 9 in my inventory and put 8 into the chest. And watch, this time it doesn't work. Spawn back in. Nothing seems out of ordinary. Let's open the chest. Still have the 56 in the chest. But back to 9 in the inventory. So we leave one of them there and throw it in. So we're up to 64. We save and leave. Now we start back in. And we had 56 earlier, right? Would it correct itself? Or will it just keep stopping? Nine in the inventory. 64 there. So let's just make 32 of those. And so there's 32 in both spots. Let's exit. And let's see. So I think it's running off the temporary data for the loading field. So it's comparing that instance of temporary file. So I should have lost all those. Yep. Now those ones are back down. But that is an intriguing one. Because it does the same thing when crafting. If you use more resources in your inventory than needing when building the ship, it uses the excess materials. So I think you have to play for a little bit with a lot in your inventory, then you can just kind of duplicate it. So right now it's back there. I leave one in the chest, take the rest with me. Oh, I'm going to leave only one in the chest. That's 48. I just leave and go do something real quick and come back later. Should have had enough time to update in the temporary file that I had some stuff on it. Make sure I'm ready in case I run into something. If that is working the way I think it's working, we should be able to duplicate every item that we can put into a chest. That'll make the farming a lot easier. Opening repair drones. And you won't have to keep a whole bunch of resources. Just need to know which ones you need. A lot of them? Oh, I forgot to eat. Get away with it. Drop down to cover. Let's see through. 5 volts for 3 baht. It's not too bad. That's why I usually use this. Yeah, that slime consumption is a lot lower. 3 mushrooms. I feel like this is bullying them if it's 101. I wonder how the best way to deal with those ones are to kind of paralyze them in a fight. Little drones, as long as they're not in a swarm, just pin them down. Okay. So the drones exploding hurts them too. Battlefield. Oh, they're all the same. For some reason, I thought the coloration would make them different. Oh, they do have friendly fire. Just in case. Ooh. So I haven't found much use for those yet. I do want to know if I can make my own poisons. There's more ore. That's just a common one. Yeah, like, oh, good. Why is it in here? Salt rock. Beautiful items. Wait. If it works with the Siberian text as well. Okay. We might have to test that theory. I don't have too much time. Seems like the dog's here, someone. Ah. I was gonna say there's a puzzle I gotta solve, but it seems like it's just the activation. I knocked off the site. That means if I can duplicate these, then I can get a whole bunch of these with this resource built up, the drift. And then I can just learn all the blueprints I want. Granted that I find it. I think it's maybe 5 minutes it auto saves. Could be wrong. I think I've been in here long enough for it to have auto save and updated the temporary fonts. Let's go test it out. It would last for like duration 720 seconds and it's down to 4 minutes left. Rotators. Oh, easily get distracted by shining. Ooh. Oh wait, that's the scout. I forgot to close. Now it's staying stationary, it's just not right above the arc like the carpet. That is intriguing. At first, I thought it was a new feature. Okay. One thing is I got 40, 48, and 7. Ooh, hunting rifle. Okay. So, I'm thinking the chest is right there. Got a little bit of space. So let's go ahead and save next to the main menu. go ahead and start. Then I'm gonna check inside the chest and see what's there. And if this goes right, it will have updated. And if it updated, then I should be able to update the temporary log of what's in the chest without updating my inventory. Okay. That looks like it worked. Well, all but one of those. Sure, I'll try duplicating that. I'm gonna try duplicating that. I only want to take one of those to see if it has to be in a stackable one. Now, let's find out. I hope this works. Time to find out. That didn't duplicate. That didn't duplicate. So I think it updated. And wonder if it's because I was trying to do too much at once. But I like the fact that I finally get a rifle. Wooden connector. Wooden table. Bar door cut. Wooden hatch nut. Actually, if it resets my inventory, I don't want to accidentally lose that. Now, the only real thing is I put the one extra one in the stack. So that tablet is the only thing that should have changed in my inventory. And if it duplicates it one by one, it may not be worth it, but it's an intriguing fact. Let's find out. Nope. I wonder if it has to do with accidentally breaking this. Nothing's in there. It's got the one little orb. I won't have room for that tablet. Actually, I'm not. Diamond blood later. Well, this will at the base. I guess the teleport. Oh yeah, up in the middle. Because it's so down to the earth, the toilet's just going through it. We just for posterity, throw that in there. Only have 16 wood. I don't want to sort through everything. Actually, cancel. I can just move everything. Okay, so one thing I wanted to make sure that, and if I grab all my tablets, say they're in the bottom in here. Where? Oops. We're going down. Hop on unflipped, flipped, and then random Devon. Back in wall. This is the downside of having stacked together. There you are. Perfect. Duplicate a stack at a time, why not? See if that actually works. So I can drop off the potatoes, I forgot about them. Ta-da! Back down to the bare minimum. So, I'm gonna see if this loses out or gains. If nothing happens, that is good. And then I can see about causing the glitch again. Inventory? It's good. So, create the blueprint. 61, 1 metal, and 16 wood. I forgot to grab the 16 wood. So I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way. I say that. Because I can't manage that one. $16, so that's 8 times 2. And I only got 7 from that. I'm hitting a rock. Gotta be able to cut that tree, right? Big plant fiber. Okay, so that is 27. So one of the glitches is it'll end up using more resources. Oh. Then I do want to make sure I drop that metal off. That will cause an error. So it's like it wants to duplicate the highest metal in your inventory. So make sure that doesn't affect it, or if that causes it shouldn't duplicate based on that. What I'm saying is there should not be scrap iron in my inventory, but there should be in the chest. And that is the case. So, it may only take 16 wood, but it'll end up using all 27. Once it crafts the ship, we can edit it. And just go all the way. Shift that. expand it to the full block instead of the partial block that it was. And now, because it thinks it's the full size block, it's going to give me back the resources what it would take to craft the block. And to help show that, there's the 9 ore, but it only gave me back 16 wood because it ended up consuming all 27. And if you deconstruct the top and bottom panel, you can end up actually gaining material. Now let's see if everything stays in the inventory. Or if I cross the bug again. Because if I can cross the bug, then that will be very helpful. It'll also make it too easy, so I won't be doing it much. But for proof of concept, one metal is all it takes to start. So, let's try again. Create a new one. Use the 16 one. Go for US this time. They're serious. Now we can edit it. Start with the smaller one. It's harder to grab this one. Now we can slide that up. Expand the box. Now give it a second to think. And then we can deconstruct it. Now, in case it requires having one in the inventory, I can only do one thing at a time. We'll see if that does it. Because if it's only with stackable items, then that would be a little harder on certain regards, but not too bad. Most things are stackable. Does not do it in case. Just in case. Pop back in and see if I have that one tablet on me. If I don't have that tablet on me, I can try to see if it's actually doing this part again. Oh, there's 64 there. With one in my inventory, because if it only works at 4, it'd be sad, but not terrible. So I showed you it was working, just not sure how I triggered it. It always seems to work with ore. There's the 64. There's the pulsar rifle. Save and exit. Let's see if it works with schematics. wonder if it's where it's stored the data that is making a difference, or if it's a material tag. See, yeah, those didn't transfer. The Wiggins, however, did. So, for posterity purpose, all but one of those in there. In case I want to try it again later, and see if that kind of breaks it a bit. But at least I know how to usually start it if I need more reading. So I'll go ahead and move everything. I just kind of roughly overload it. Refill stacks. Refill. Oh. I meant to leave one there. Have any ores? That makes me curious if there's any other ones that might be missing for cool glitches or exploits that it might have. Is raw source, which means just mark it down. Not too worried about the charcoal, but that we have in a few chests, that's unfortunately that are way off. No? Okay. Trying to figure out what chests I put what in. Ah, okay. For a second, I thought it threw a blueprint in. Okay, so I don't have any other stacks. But bottom one, right? Yep. What the nuts? Door hatch. One connector. That's the main one I was worried about. It can go in there. The top one. We'll hold those. Raw resource. Battleground foods. So a lot of the cooked foods I thought picked out for the soups are pretty good. But the easiest is just cook a potato, cook a steak, make some baked berries. And you'll be good for a while. But the buffs from the food are well worth it. Quick food challenge, we're only finding stocks that's in research tables for once. That's why being able to duplicate those would be nice. Let's see. of the three that I recently done, I know any of these oh, which one? See if I have learned any of them to break them down. Schematic. Schematic already learned, so I can salvage it. Golden base, don't know that one. I do know that one, so I'm gonna break that down. I don't know that one. There's electric defense, energy efficiency. Ooh. But the one I'm most happy about, an effective but basic hunting rifle used by the Ilbay in Ludo Saber. Maximum range 200, reload time 3 seconds, 8 in a clip with rounds per minute of 200. So that 192 damage. That is pretty good. What is the pistol? Is 26 with a 100 max range. Let's go to craft. Let's see what it is. Ammo and weapon component. Out of sheer curiosity, I got an advanced one. And a regular. And another. Whee! Now it does do it. Very lovely. Leave one inside of it. And oh, I don't have pure iron. Wait, pure iron might be in the little chest. Oh well. See if that makes much difference. So no bonus. No bonus. And you can only use the basic one. If that's the case, then I'll just use the iron. I wish that would make a difference. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that takes a lot of space. So let's drop that back down there. Don't use that too much, the bandage is alright. Drop off the pistol and then pick up the rifle. So that means I won't have much room for that. That's an organization. Won't use those very often. So if I need to come back home, yes I can. And let's see. I want my foods, and then I can throw in the fillers. That can't. That can't get me. And I guess I could still keep that. At least for time being. Let's throw that in there. Understood. Don't know it, but doesn't mean I would just deliver it over here and forget about it for this night game. Resources, something pulled up. Okay, what mission do you use the meeting? No. Got a bunch of light ammo. I just will hold on to the pistol for now. I guess I assume we full stock, but I assume stock too, so the medium ammo only takes up one spot. The heavy is the one that takes up 2 rounds to be reloaded. Go ahead and refill to get that out of there. What we would probably be a spotting box. I want to go see the difference. Gotta find something to shoot. Down to about a cave. We'll say no to a free aid. You have to keep an eye on the time as it wasn't meant to last this long. Have to find the minerals later too. But it seems like I'm gonna be more towards finding the things that I can't duplicate is the main ones I'll be picking up. As much as I don't want to rely on duplication. So that just kind of ruins the balance of the game. Anything up here? No scrap. That's about it. Like with the creatures, if you kill them, you can still scan them. With the robots, they just right. Don't read it, but I keep wanting to see it. Ooh, okay. That makes a world of difference. try to use this to conserve metal. But now I know I don't have to really worry about metal too much. Use scrap metal in the worst case. That made real quickly. Yep. Okay, so I think I might just ditch the pistol. This will be my secondary or primary, because quite frankly, I wish I had a scope. Something over there? Actually, I'm lucky to pick up everything in that one. That's already picked up. Or been opened. Oh yeah, I remember now. There's that puzzle over there. That'll have to be another time. Right now I should just focus on getting back to the ship. I am happy with this one. Downside is the schematics are all lucky chance on what you find. Looks kind of funny planning with it in hand. I like how it's a little more forgiving. But the problem is, you can still end up swinging into what you try and grab onto. These, it's a lot easier. Too far out of reach. Don't need to worry about too much yawn. Just down the bottom for a minute. What? That might have been from a different project that's scrapping and did not pick up the resource. I'm glad it didn't respawn. That is gonna have to be it for today. Kinda glad I learned about it, but kinda sad about the limitations. I'm gonna have to try to break it later.